Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I'm Fred Kocher. An interesting trend has developed. Investment groups, some outside New Hampshire, are buying New Hampshire manufactured home parks. And at the same time, the residents of some parks are collectively buying their own parks. Housing affordability is the issue, and it's a situation that often lands in the lap of my guest and his staff. Now, here's a quick look at the manufactured home landscape in New Hampshire. Manufactured homes in New Hampshire, 400 manufactured home parks in the state with thousands of households. An unknown number of parks bought by investors inside and outside New Hampshire included parks in Manchester, Barrington, Litchfield, Rochester, Epsom, Exeter, with 2,900 homes for a reported total buy of $245,300,000. Now, there are 146 parks that are resident-owned communities, ROCs, with 9,000 homes in the state. Now, the bottom line to all of this is housing affordability, and take a look at this graph. Monthly housing costs, a manufactured home compared to a conventional home and compared to an apartment. And you can see the difference. What's the cheapest? Least expensive mortgage for a manufactured home, obviously. So that is stunning information, probably not surprising to some of you who actually live in these places. Now, an organization in New Hampshire that helps manufactured homeowners to collectively buy their own parks is the New Hampshire Community Loan Fund. Its focus is manufactured homes and resident-owned communities, but also small business, local food, nonprofits, child care centers, and multifamily housing. It acts as a catalyst to leverage financial, human, civic resources. It provides loans, capital, and technical assistance. With me to brief us on the manufactured home landscape in the state is the president and CEO of the New Hampshire Community Loan Fund, Steve Saltzman. Welcome. Nice to have you here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
There are equity groups in the country buying these manufactured home parks. You're investing in with residents to own their own parks in New Hampshire. Just talk about that.
Yeah, we help do this because if you own your home but you don't own the land underneath it, you're always at peril.
Right.
And we see when private equity firms and REITs, real estate investment trusts, come into New Hampshire, first thing they do is they raise the rents. These homes, while they used to be called mobile homes, it's the world's greatest misnomer, right. They're anything but mobile.
They're manufactured.
The manufactured houses.
And they're not mobile.
Nope.
They're permanent.
Exactly. So what we try to do is we help people form cooperatives so they can own the parks. And I think you're going to show a really important graphic that shows what happens when residents own the parks and what happens when investors own the parks.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. Give us an example of what you have done with a resident-owned park and what they had to go through.
I'll tell you about one of my favorites. It's one that I visited recently. It's the Woodbury Cooperative in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. They got a notice in August of 2015 that someone wanted to buy their park for just under $1 million. And they had 60 days to sort of organize and figure out, do they want to be a cooperative, want to do it? It's 15 homes. Right. So they all had to get together. We helped them buy that park in 2016, just after the turn of the year. But as we know, when investors own parks, they're much quicker to raise rents than they are to reinvest in those communities. So one of the things that we did recently is we helped put together $1.5 million, which included a $925,000 0% interest from the Community Loan Fund, thanks to some help from our donors and help from some of our congressional offices.
Yep.
And we improved the infrastructure. Yep. So we built sidewalks. Yep. We paved the dirt roads. But most importantly, we also built 5 new home sites. So right now in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, at Woodbury Cooperative, there are 5 homes for sale for $160,000 or less.
Great buy, great buy. Let's go to the graphic you mentioned, and it is a graphic that is monthly lot fee increase comparison over 30 years. And you can see, what are we looking at? The blue is commercial. The red is residents of parks.
Let's express in a picture that says 1,000 words. So blue represents the price increase when investors own the park. And what you see at the bottom, the maroon and red, is what happens when residents own the parks. So this is stabilizing people's finances. And remember, when a park has more money, when the residents own it, they can reinvest in landscaping, improving the infrastructure.
Yep. And we are out of time. We're going to have to leave it there. Steve Saltzman, President and CEO of the New Hampshire Community Loan Fund. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
And if you missed part of this interview, briefing actually, you can go to WMUR.com, where it will be posted all this week.